Go.
Hello, dear people. Due to some circumstances, we do not have our current DM. We are trying to uh, do our best to transfer the job to our current player, Agrius. Uh, we hope you understand and respect what is happening, even though it might be in the dark. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We took a little break last week because we had some stuff to deal with. I hope you can forgive us, but we're back better than ever, and we'll try our best to make a cool session out of it. If you wanna look at the other stuff that we've done in the past, you can go and visit the YouTube channel that has all of our videos on demand, so you can watch them back at your own leisure while you're sitting on the toilet or wherever you want to go. It's real cool stuff. Besides that, we have a Discord channel that you can join. It's the Into the Dungeon Discord channel. If you have any questions about our character or about the current campaign, all of us are in there if you want to talk to us. We stream on a bi-weekly basis, as you might know. You can also follow any more updates through our Discord channel. So we would like to recommend that you join us if you're interested in that. The link for that will be in the chat eventually. Um, Besides that, we want to do another shout out to our wonderful artist Sasariza, who made an effort to create our wonderful character art that we keep using. And we would like you to go visit her Instagram page because she posts all of her art on there. That's underscore Sasoriza with two eyes. And we hope you enjoy the show.
Good evening, and welcome to a new session of Into the Dungeon. We've got some wonderful adventurers gathered today as we don't venture into a dungeon. So,
Oh,
today we start out with a recap of what happened last time, since it was like a month ago now. Um, and I also would like to welcome you all as the new DM. I hope I can help you all shape and create the world so you can adventure with us. So, Brenna, what happened?
All right. Listen. It's pretty simple actually. We somewhat devised a plan to invade the estate of the family. What was the family's name again? I completely forgot about that.
Duane.
Do a
Duane.
nice family.
Douane. Blah, blah, blah. And to basically investigate what we can and find out the truth about who murdered the lady of the house, or the former lady of the house now, I suppose. To do that, we got Zalavi and Argius, who went into undercover as a couple of guards, newly assigned guards to the estate itself. And we got me, Brenna, Leon, and Irie as a couple of devout followers of the Church of Kalimvor to find out if there's any wrongdoings with the burial site. And that was basically what is going on, and the details are a bit well. There's a lot of details there that might become important later. but that's basically it.
All right. As we gather now, um, the group is all together. Arceus and Xalavier as bodyguards of the other three. Arnalor is also present, and we start the investigation in the cemetery part of the dimension. So I'll switch it. I have to do all this by hand. I'll place you back in dimension again. Here you all are. And we start out. There isn't really a cemetery part in this garden. Well, you are in the cemetery now, which is close to here. Where did Salavier go? Ah, there he is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're in the greenhouse and suddenly I don't show up for you anymore. Is it my impeccable camouflage? Is that what it is?
Racism.
Racism.
Yes, so I take some time adjusting the
Oh.
battlefield, don't worry.
We're starting off right.
I mean, I'm getting into character.
Give me a second, since I also have to adjust the whole OBS thing.
I identify as the pissed off and angry party. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. The Roll20 chat. Why is all this doing stupid? Give me... Alright, I locked it. Alright, now it all fits again. Good. Stupid OBS things. So, we all start out in the cemetery. It's right here. It's a bit further up, but this map doesn't allow me to actually show a cemetery. Or I should make one myself. You're all around there. There's, well, not really many people, I guess. Not many people want to visit the cemetery, especially since it's not a public one. Here are all the nobles here get buried in this cemetery. This noble isn't very big, so there aren't many graves, but there are some real old ones. What are you gonna do?
Well, there's one thing I can do real quick. And I don't know how much effect it's going to have, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to use Divine Sense.
Divine Sense.
It states,
Yeah.
detect celestial, fiend, and undead with a 60-foot radius, but they do have to be in line of sight. So if they have total cover, I cannot sense them.
You extract your inner 4G pole, but no, nothing pings.
That's fine.
No feeds, nor undead, nor anything celestial close by.
No angels. Damn it.
No angels.
So, now we're here together with no prying eyes or ears. I got a little plan. I want to hear you all out. I want you to hear me out. So, tomorrow, I can arrange something so that people need to tell the truth. And I need all of your help to make this happen. Is that cool with you? All of you?
Arnor looks a bit distrusted to you, like, what are you implying?
Leon will hang his head, give a massive sigh. I am going to kill each and every one here. I don't know what you want from me.
Leon, does it have something to do with some manner of magic that you possess to make people tell the truth?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
That can help. However, you should let people willingly participate in this, I think.
No.
What the way they willingly participated in a manhunt for friends?
Exactly.
Hmm.
We're gonna get the bottom to this, and that means, maybe pushing some people to do what they don't like. Tell the truth.
I'd rather use all the tools we have at our disposal to clear our friend of any kind of wrongdoing that she's been accused of,
And if you
and
want,
then do it the good old-fashioned way.
Wait, good old fashioned way, you say?
No, Leon.
God damn it.
if you want, I can be the first to be influenced by this magic, so to say, and I will tell you exactly what I know.
Yeah, but we were already trusting you, so it wouldn't,
He wouldn't be
Oh,
here if he didn't.
someone is not trusting me, and I look
Ooh!
sheepishly at Arnalor.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
this one person that doesn't trust you can go fuck themselves.
How, Leon? How about we first try to find some evidence, and after that try the more radical methods?
My method is not radical. It's quite nice, actually. It's pleasant.
Still, I think we haven't been on this for very long. We can try it the old-fashioned way and use it as a way if we don't find anything.
That's fine. I'm just saying, if we want results, tomorrow is the day we're going to get results. Today. We can do the detective way. We can get like a magnifying glass and put on our silly hats and do things.
If you really want to, I may um, convince Matthias of, well, helping out with that, talking to you. However, let's just try it this way now. We're just
That's
working on
fine.
this for like part of a day.
I mean, I
Let's see
can't
what
do
we.
it until tomorrow anyway, so
Well, let's
do what you want.
let's see how much progress we make today. Okay.
Absolutely.
But before we go off running, maybe it's good to have a plan, because we now have two guards. Arnalor, who is basically the upper guard. Me, who shouldn't be here, and spooked Matthias just now, and Brenna, who has actually the most um, probable normal reason to be here. And she is probably being held in the cemetery for a while if we're not careful.
I mean, we're here for good reasons. As like investigate spooky things. So.
Well,
Uh,
I know Tushi, like how about we get this done as quickly as possible before we attract any crowd.
I mean, we won't attract a crowd, do we?
Well, not fast. I mean, this is quite out of the way, but I mean, we don't need to take chances.
I mean, this entire thing is a chance in my book.
Hmm.
Brenna goes over to the lady's grave,
Mm-hmm.
and basically first off checks if it's kept nicely, if there are there flowers there, is the gravestone properly does it still look proper and nice,
As Irie knows, they have a personal gardener called Gunther, and he keeps these proper.
okay.
And the grave looks well kept. I mean, this was the former lady of the house, and I mean, it would be inappropriate not to keep her grave nice.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I give a little prayer for the lady as well, as a bit of a sign of respect, and you know.
I no answer, but I
And
think it will be appreciated.
then I get up and I look at our little group and I start to think for a bit because what to do now?
Yeah,
What's the best course of action?
you checked the grave. Grave wasn't anything interesting. It's just a noble's grave. It's nice. It's got a nice solid stone slab with her name carved in it and her complete title and the date of death and birth.
Oh, is it like a mausoleum, or is she actually buried in the earth?
She is actually buried in the earth. She isn't.
So it's not like a big stone coffin that's like.
No. I don't know. Wait. I do know. No, this family doesn't bury their family in a mausoleum. It's just a very nice grave
Mm-hmm.
close to a chapel, which you may have seen in some other.
Oh, what does it say on the gravestone?
Exactly.
Well, what does the date of death coincide with what we know as the date
Oh
of?
yes. The date matches as far as Irie knows because she was there the day it happened.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really suspicious. You can roll for it if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Perception, I
Yeah, perception roll. Let's keep it at that.
guess. Oh, I accidentally did advantage, but 25.
Yeah, you try your best to
Oh
find
well.
something, but there's actually nothing weird about the gravestone. It's a
No,
very
okay.
nice stone. Yeah,
A very pretty stone.
you know how these stones work, like name, proper
Yeah.
title, date of birth, date of death.
Something with like a loving mother and
Yeah, a
wife
pretentious
too.
quote. Yeah, a
Yeah.
pretentious quote, and then yeah, the dear mother. No, she's not the mother, but like
Loving
dear
wife.
loving wife, dear, I'm served the life. You know, um, things like that.
Yeah. All right. Just checking. Just checking.
So, do you want to do anything else with the grave? Because we're stuck here now.
Well, I don't want to. Like dig up the grave to see the body. That's morbid as fuck. So no.
That's sacrilege.
And sacrilege, yes.
For me,
Um.
I would like to offer a prayer, but that's all I'd like to do.
All right. Yeah.
Um. Though, maybe you speak to the gardener, Gunther.
Gunther. Gunther. Y'all can roll a perception if you've seen the guy.
Another one.
Another one.
It's
Oh,
a 19.
that's a nice roll.
I got a 7.
Yeah,
Yay!
you were looking at the bunny enclosement, and you were just too
Bunny
preoccupied.
enclosement.
Yeah, they got their own bunnies.
Oh, Leon starts petting a bunny. And when he comes back, eventually he'll have one in his arms and be like, "Yep."
So
This
you,
is what I
Brenna,
do now.
you remember seeing like this buff guy walking into the greenhouse. He was just like buff guy with also, yeah, with just the typical outfit of a gardener, like these shears and gardening can, you know,
Is
the
it,
things.
is it that Pokemon gym leader from the English thing? What's it called?
Oh, yeah,
Another
I
one.
know. He had a quite forgettable name, wasn't it? Matt or something.
I don't know, but he's my favorite gym leader. I don't know his name.
He had a weird face.
Milo?
Oh yeah,
Maybe?
Hello,
Milo.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
Milo?
Yeah,
he's my
kinda.
favorite gym leader in that area because
He's
How,
very
Fair enough.
buff, but he looks like he's 12 at the same time, and it's very unsettling.
he is
however,
Yeah.
such a sweet boy.
however, since you rolled perception high enough, you also noticed that he was definitely an Earth Genasi. So imagine Milo, but then with Earth Genasi.
So he's built like a brick, and he is a brick.
Yes.
Well,
yeah,
damn.
okay.
He is the brick.
Yo, sick.
When you don't have any soil, he is
He-
the soil.
He is the rock.
Johnson.
On which
wait.
you can lean on.
So you saw him entering the greenhouse last time you saw him. It was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay. I look at the rest of the group and like maybe we could, or I could talk to the gardener and see what he knows or has noticed. And
I really want to say something, but I don't have the courage to say it.
what do you want to say?
Salavier, you're green. You can talk to him.
Because it's in the greenhouse. Wow.
Argius sighs.
Roll initiative.
But yeah, I'm gonna head over to the greenhouse to talk with the gardener.
Anyone else want to join Brenna on this epic quest?
I mean,
Well-
absolutely.
It is my duty to keep an eye on these people. So,
I am Brenna's servant, so
so all of us
Uh,
go.
Yes.
Wait.
You all head out to the greenhouse, and
this
as
is
you
not suspicious at all.
and as this gang of, well, it's a gang, walk to the greenhouse and enter it, you stand.
Let's not all enter it. You can keep an eye on us from the outside. It's glass, so you know.
You and as you enter the greenhouse, you witness this brick of a man with a nice straw hat working on some flower pots. I think he's filling them and then planting seeds or something. You
Mhm.
don't really tell. You can't really tell. He's obviously busy with his work.
Mhm. I I clear my throat a bit like excuse me.
He turns around. A little less. What's up?
I just wanted to say that you have done some lovely work on the garden all around and the cemetery as well.
Yeah, like I think I might be one of the few people who actually loves the work. Like all these guards look bored all the time, but I like just doing things with plants, like planting them. He's obviously a very simple guy, but he's loving his work.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want with old Gunther?
Well, um, I'm kind of afraid of breaching the subject, but I would like to talk a bit about the days after the lady was killed.
Aye, the kind lady. Oh yeah, we all miss her. Often visited the garden. Never talked to me though.
Oh. Hmm.
I could tell the orchids loved her.
You could tell the orchids loved her.
Yeah, they told me.
You can speak with plants?
Yeah,
Ah.
like this rose here tells you look gorgeous today. Isn't that nice?
Aw. Yes, that is very nice actually.
So, yeah, okay.
Um
It's not a really well kept secret anyway. Yes, I can talk to plants, and I know they aren't very smart. And sometimes I make things up.
okay. Well, I was wondering when you laid when the lady was laid to rest, did you notice anything weird going on with the plants
He turns
or the
around.
earth itself?
He turns around for a little while. You hear him whispering, maybe. He turns around. Well, I wasn't there back in the day. I had to care for my little lass at home, and
Mm.
couldn't be there. I bet they had gorgeous flowers that day. I mean, she was the lady of the house after all.
Mm-hmm.
However, the flowers on the grave, well, they told me that there must have been a lot of lies because the body that went down there, it was somehow different than what they told. And
Different.
there are, and not only that, but there are rumors going around that they say that the Irie didn't do it. But
Oh.
those must be obviously lies.
Well, sometimes big lies have a small truth within them.
So, yeah. However, my friend told me that what happened. Yeah, my friend told me, and no, my friend is not another plant. I do have real life friends and also a wife. Before you think I may go a bit crazy. But they
Uh,
tell me that something is weird with that official report that they made.
Disclaimer:
hmm.
someone that says they're not crazy are usually crazy. I am
Maybe,
not there. Woo!
Woo!
es-
Goat!
especially since Lal, no one mentioned anything of it afterwards, of the murder, and no one actually want to talk about it anymore. But yeah, since you asked for it, I can tell.
All right, all right. Thank you very much. This helped quite a bit. I'm mostly just looking to see if there's anything that went wrong with the laying her to rest.
Wait a second, wait a second. And he goes to a wardrobe, rummages a bit through it. A lot of plant stuff falls out, and some compost maybe, and it starts to smell a bit. Here, take this one. um, I was told it works only a few days, but it's imbued with a tiny part of my magic, and it makes you able to talk to plants. So take this necklace and make the most of it.
Oh, oh wow. Thank you very much. That actually will probably help a lot.
I would
Thank you
like it
very
back
much.
though. I would like it back though.
Of course, of course, of course.
And
If I am planning to leave the estate, I'll get it back to you
you just,
before I leave.
I hope you just enjoy to hear the real sounds of nature.
Yes. Thank you very much. And I head out. back to the group standing outside, probably.
You now hear lots of whispering, but you can't make any of it. I think the necklace is already working.
Huh. Neat. So the plants start whispering, and she starts leaning into them and like talking to the plants, and like the rest of the group is like, "What the fuck?"
Most of if you try to talk directly to plants, you hear a little bit more than just whispers, and it's mostly
Mhm.
concepts like sun, warm, and
Mm.
water, need water.
Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
And one particular one goes, pain, because a little bunny is nibbling on it.
You could have known because
Help!
plants don't have brains, so they aren't very smart.
Photosynthesis.
You realize you're happy it isn't spring.
Oof.
Oh god. Sex.
Yikes.
So, you've talked to the gardener, you got a beautiful necklace and some information. What are you gonna do?
And any the wiser, Nine Hands.
Well, this man wasn't there at the time of her laying to rest forevermore. But he can apparently talk with the plants, and he also seemed to be of the opinion there was something weird with the body, and
But he
apparently
wasn't there.
he wasn't there. But the plants told him that the body was there was something odd about it. It didn't fit, or the plants
So,
aren't very clear because they're not very smart. So you only really get like ideas.
okay. 2 steps back. He talks to plants.
Yeah, I think he has some kind of magic that makes him able to hear plants. He
Right.
actually infused this neat little necklace with that same magic, so I can hear the plants talking as well.
You talk to a guy that isn't there. It's not that strange.
That's fair, actually.
You watch your God's damned mouth.
Get my god's name out of
Oh, jeez.
Welcome to our new session into the Dungeon Holy War.
Oh,
Here we find our characters locked into battle with each other, fighting
War
Sorry.
for.
gods.
Fighting for our god's supremacy.
But
No,
yeah, let's leave the path of the gods for now, and let's get on with the investigation.
So, there's not a lot of proof to be found here, but it's interesting to hear that he also heard a rumor that Irie wasn't actually at fault.
all the while, Brenna is explaining this. I'm trying to get the necklace off of her because I want to test it.
And like, here you go. You could have just asked.
So something was weird with the body, right? Says Arnelor. I need to get to the bottom of this. How about we?
Not.
Hmm?
No, sorry, nothing.
How about we find the investigation papers? Maybe there's something's in there what's interesting.
Would they be kept on the estate? And I
Oh,
put on the necklace.
Oh, they definitely wouldn't. No, no, no. You should to go to the guards headquarters for that. That's there's an investigation department there, and they keep it
Ooh.
in their archives.
How convenient that we have the head guard with us.
I can not only that, maybe I can get Matthias to sign some papers so we can get in there.
Wouldn't you have full authority of that anyway?
No, she probably meant the city's guards.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh no, no,
That
not.
did,
I
Yeah,
mean,
like
it was rather confusing, given that this family has its own regiment.
yeah, but it's more like the private guards, like the
Yes,
city.
no, understandable, but
Yeah, investigations are being executed by the city guard.
pardon the confusion.
Oh, don't worry about it. However, with some official papers, we could get access to the archives. However, I should talk about that with Matthias. I will try my best.
If you could, I think that your status would hold some weight in that regard.
I'll, I will use it to my best.
Excellent. In the
I think
meanwhile, anyone has any suggestions of what we should inspect next? Argy's in here, and I are obviously here to escort you, quote unquote.
Leon puts one hand up.
yes, Leon.
I was thinking, if you're gonna rummage through papers, I thought I might talk to the personnel here.
I tried that last night. At least the guards. I didn't
I'll
talk
try this
much to the
through.
house staff.
You know, throw in that. He tries to strike a little sexy pose. Some of my charm.
Oh, good
Uh,
heavens.
Charisma throw.
Oh, charisma. Hold on.
yes, roll a charisma. Impose the ladies.
Meanwhile, do I hear the whispers of the plants?
15.
You're decently charming. Like you have that nice white smile, but not with the. If you have these dentist advertisements, not the pling. Just
Without the pling, but it is the smile.
it is
It
the
is,
smile.
but his eyebrows still stay in the angry shape.
Yes.
If that's part to Leon, then yes.
So very forced looking grin.
Kind of, yeah.
It's
Do
like
I hear the plant? Do I hear the plant whispers? By the way,
you don't because you don't have the necklace. If you
yes,
do
I
have
do
the
have the necklace, and I put it on. I just told you.
oh yes, you hear a lot of well, not voices, but kind of whispers.
Oh, that's annoying. And I put it back on my Brenna's.
Just immediately.
If you want to talk to the personnel, Leon, I have a suggestion. Why not find? I think she's called. I know she's called, by the way, Elizabeth. She's the head maid of the family, and she might know some information and might tell you who else knows something.
Elizabeth.
I turned to I turned to Anna Lo, and if the whole charming spiel doesn't work, wasn't there some sort of head of the housing staff that seemed rather shifty in your opinion? What was his name again?
By the way, little DM extra for Irie. You remember Elizabeth being quite the old half-elf lady. Do you actually tell that to Leon, or do you want him to try his charms?
No, his charms should suffice for this. I mean, if she's a very old lady, it might even be easier. Maybe she
true.
hasn't had any compliments in years. Who knows? But yeah, the shady dude. There is a cat dude, Lepine,
Yeah, that's a
called
bunny
Nile.
man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Lepines are bunny man.
You remember Lepine?
Oh,
You remember the Lepine butler as Nile?
yeah. So it's a Final Fantasy bunny man called Nile.
Yes.
That's a sketchy one. I've never had many conversations with Nile. Elizabeth, however, she's a lovely lady. I think you'll get along.
Yeah, you remember Nile as being this angry, kind of edgy man. He always serves with a smile, but you know which kind of smile that is. It's like, yes, lady, but of course, lady. You know, like that kind.
Oh,
He's
he's
Oh,
Hubert
right.
from Three Houses.
that's what you remember about him.
Yes.
Oh, I already feel gross.
If there's anything who's hiding something, it has to be Nile. That's for sure. He's very closed off. I'm afraid it wouldn't be a very good idea if I join you, Leon. I already gave Matthias a heart attack back when we saw each other. So yeah, I might lay low a little bit. Maybe help Arnalor with the papers.
So
Yeah, I don't really want anyone near me when I do this. This is a solo job, you know?
Yes, unfortunately, you've come in under the cover of being an escort of sorts for one of our fellow party members. Therefore, I doubt that they'd find it very much according to protocol to let you walk around these grounds on your own. So I suggest that either Argius or I accompany you. Don't worry, we will not muddle in any of your business. We're merely there to keep watch, so to say. And besides, good for you to have some backup, isn't it?
But also, you're both so well read, so you probably need to go to the documents, right?
Not particularly.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Darn.
Don't worry. I will not interfere in anything you do. I'll simply be there,
Argius,
Judgmenting.
as it befits a god.
Argius
Being all
also
judgmental.
Argius also approves to come with you if you want him with you. You can choose for him,
I'll take Salafier.
Okay.
right?
Because between the two of us, I got better biceps.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
More than you think.
Charming.
Don't be mean to me.
Don't be mean to me.
I
I'm
get-
just a little goblin.
Your sword is so much stronger. I have 3 HP.
Ooh.
All right, so we have a few people. We have Irie and Arnalor who are going to join up and get those papers.
Besties.
So we have Xalavier and Leon joining up to sway Elizabeth, the headmate.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Brenna. What are you going to do?
There was a servant who found the murder weapon or something. What was his? Cole.
Yes, Cole. Cole was
Yeah.
the person who found the murder weapon.
I was thinking maybe ask him some things.
It was a woman though. Cole is
Oh, her. Sorry.
yes. However, yeah, you can try to find her.
Yeah, and if Arnlor and Irie are gonna go to get the papers, then Argius and I can go ask Cole about
Yep.
things.
Argius will escort you. He will be a little silent since he's also a DM now. I'm very sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
As you are splitting up, I'm changing to a nice scenery again, so we have something visual. I worked very hard on this and I want to use it. While we're gonna do some role playing.
Role play.
Role playing. So let's take a year. That works. So first of all, since I think that's most appropriate, we begin with the story of Leon and Xalavier on a quest to get information.
Well, you might be surprised what I had in mind, what I was gonna do, but we'll get there.
So, you both walk into the mansion.
Absolutely.
From here, the stage is yours.
I have a quick scout around to see if there are any other servants.
You actually see two servants at the ground floor.
I walk up to them.
Mm-hmm.
And can you sketch me a quick picture of what I see?
One is dusting off a desk. The other is gathering the dishes from the lunch to get it done.
I need physical appearance, please.
Oh, physical appearance. The one is a scruffy blonde guy, and the other is how do you call it? A very long, not very burly, just a long man with the most forgettable face ever.
Okay.
If you have this animation, he's like a guy in the background.
Right.
No interesting hair color, just brown hair, blue eyes, no personality.
Okay. So Leon walks up and goes, "Yo, guys, can I have an ear?"
Huh? Yes,
So
sir.
I got two questions for you guys.
Huh?
One, where's Lizzie?
Lizzie?
Lizzie.
Lizzie. And he just looks at the other one. Lizzie. Oh, you mean Elizabeth?
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah. You know where she is? I thought you knew. Look, she should be in her office. Should be top floor.
Top floor.
That's where
Gotcha.
she
Thanks.
kinda lives. So yeah.
Second question. Tomorrow it's gonna be a big investigation. Can I count you two guys in?
The other looks at the other one. Investigation of what?
Doesn't matter. Can I count you guys in? As Leon does like a peace sign towards both of them to point at them, and then walks away towards the stairs to go up.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just doing my work.
That's a yes.
If it pleases you.
Yes, it does.
Xalavier has no comment, I guess.
He's muted, so I guess not.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Hello.
Hello.
I didn't have any input on this conversation. I just stood by pretending to be a guard, and I'm gonna chase after Leon when he leaves. That's what I do.
Awesome. Yeah, I go top floor and go searching there.
You go to the top floor. As you don't know where the office is, I just told you the office. You don't know which room to enter. After I get the map out, I'm whipping out the map.
What?
You come on top of the floor, and yeah, there's a door to the right, and there's a door to the left.
So,
you can just walk straight on, and then you can get in the hole.
me, the player of Leon, knows that I'm supposed to knock before I enter.
Mm-hmm.
Leon, the character, has completely forgotten about that fact, so he just takes the first right door.
Oh,
The first right door, you say.
Yes.
As you storm into the room, you see two servants, like chilling in bed, having a nice break, and they are like, "What the? Get out!"
I mean, good times, right? Sorry for intruding. Close the door.
One was reading a
Well,
book, the other was drinking tea. Yeah, of
so
course.
Olivier, don't go in there. They're having sex.
I wasn't planning on going in there. It might be smart if you knock first.
Leon goes through the other door.
The other door to the
Ugh.
right, you
So-
come into some kind of hallway. There's one chair. It's very sparsely decorated. Xavier may roll a perception.
Okay, I will do.
So Olivier, you know where this office is? Because I'm lost.
How would I know? I'm as familiar here as you are.
Well, then have a search.
Free
Three.
perception. Nothing comes to mind. It's a very sparsely decorated hall.
Yeah, I figured as much. But I see nothing.
So,
It's like I'm not even using my eyes.
Leon, you see one door straight ahead and one door to the right.
I mean, again, I'll try the door to the right.
Door to the right. You open the door, and there's just this. Yeah, it's a storage room, kinda, and there's some armor in it, and some blades, and a chest, which is, well, a chest.
Okay.
And that's it. It's just storage.
I mean, let's see what's in the chest. Salavier is coming towards me, and he's not here yet, so I can do whatever the fuck I want.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yes,
I
you
will
want
have a quick look in the chest.
to try to open the chest?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. The chest is obviously locked.
Shit. Okay. Well, I'll leave it.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's nothing more in this room. You want to leave?
Yeah, I'll leave. I'll go for the door at the end of the hallway.
Yes, you open the door. The room before you is a very organized room. Like there's a desk and there's a bed and there's one wall decoration which is the crest of the house, and yeah, it's obviously also a woman's room.
Ooh.
And this is one of the bigger rooms, so you imagine it must be someone special.
Quick look around, see if no one's there.
No one is there.
I motion Salavier to come in quick.
I go in.
You go in. You can roll another perception.
Oh.
This time the DC is actually quite low.
Don't challenge me.
That's good enough. So,
Yo!
as you walk in, you obviously notice that this is Arnalor's room.
Oh,
I notice it is Arnalor's room. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
yo, no one's in here. Let's go in. Come on.
Yeah. But the sigils and the decorations remind me a lot of somebody.
That's great. I kind of slide Salavier in with one hand, closed with the other.
So, there's one thing obviously a bit weird about this room, and that's that a part of it is covered behind this clothing. You know, when you change clothes, you have this wooden thing you get behind so no one can see you.
Mm.
A room divider.
Screen. Or,
Yeah, it's a bit screen. Sometimes I forget words, so I try to just describe it. So yeah, this screen is placed a bit weirdly, like suspiciously.
Hold on.
Hmm.
I know you didn't ask for it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, no, I noticed as well. Cool.
Yeah.
I will stand behind the partition.
You stand behind the partition. Do you still look at this partition, or do you look at the wall behind it?
Both. I look around. Why would I focus on one thing?
Yeah, of course. Well, you notice the obviously a little bit hidden board with, like, you know, these detective boards where they try to solve a murder and they have all these pins and lines and things. Like this.
Yo.
Oh my god.
This is Arnelor's personal investigation.
Yo, Xalavier.
Uh-huh.
Arnie's been busy.
So
Come
one
look at this.
question, since you didn't state it, did you close the door behind
I did.
you?
Yes, I
Yes,
closed the
yes.
door.
He did state it.
All right. If you stated it, then no one will notice.
No, he dragged me in, then closed the door.
All right. Yeah. Just to be sure.
Rewind.
Well, well. This might be quite useful.
Can you make sense out of this?
Let's have a look, shall we? Do I roll anything for this? Is it like investigation? I guess.
Yeah.
Like
roll
study this board.
roll an investigation for this one. I think it's quite fitting. Let's see what you did use out for it. Ooh. Well,
I see a lot of people and a lot of people's names.
I'll tell you what you.
None of those names ring a bell for some reason.
I will tell you what you actually see, but you can you can also try Leon if you wanna.
I'm having trouble interpreting it. It's a bit abstract.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
while you're deciphering, like, Leon is like, oh yeah, this and this and this, and it kind of fits. And working together, you actually find some stuff out.
I would
What?
like to apply for an attribute up.
One of the obvious things is, like,
Denied.
Leia isn't even a suspect in her conspiracy. Like,
Huh.
there are some noble families on this board, like the Dante family and the
What's
which one's
Relea
called?
again?
Rayleigh
The
is the
Arlai
Matthias's
New wife.
lady
basically.
friend.
Yes,
Right.
Relea is quite the important person, since, like, she is the new wife after Celine has passed away. But you don't notice Relea mentioned on this board.
But all of the other people that were mentioned to us before are present on here, like Niall and all of those other.
Most of the suspects, like Niall is mentioned there. Irie is obviously in the center of the board. Next
All
to
of the
Oh.
families, just not.
Yes, the Cole, the one who found the murder
Well,
weapon.
I mean, I guess it would be logical for us to be, or at least for Zolovier to be looking for that name, because it's the first person he suspected, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and Matthias is also mentioned on the board, but not really connected to murder. She doesn't think Matthias would murder his own wife.
What do you think, Leon? It definitely rubs me the wrong way that the new lady of the house is not being suspected at all. She'd have a clear motive, right?
I mean, doesn't everyone?
Well, I mean, yes, but in this case, I'm sure it relates to a lot of money. Besides, she was from a rival family, as I've heard. And
Rival family, you say?
To correct that fact, they aren't a rival family. You have House Narube, which is a rival family, and House Dantai. However, the Aralai family is more like a merchant, not completely nobility, but like the high-rank nobility people.
Right.
And Relea is part of that family.
Well, I personally think that she'd have a lot to gain from the unionship, and I personally believe that I've heard that they'd had some type of disagreement in the past. the victim and her, and she's completely absent on this board. Surely Arnalor, who pretends to be some sort of investigator, guard captain of sorts, would have considered these things.
Well,
So it's
And
either that, or this board has been discovered before, and she has been removed.
all right, while you two ponder over this conundrum, we go over to Arnalor and Irie, who are trying to get to the official investigation. Arnalor faces Irie is like, all right, we need to speak to Matthias, and I think he obviously noticed it was you. Do you want to go with me?
No. I think it's better for me to hide until you get back. I'll be in the cemetery.
All right. So you wait a little while uh, while she gets the papers on the lore, and yeah, you drink tea if you want to drink something. And after a while, you see Annalore returning. Is like, all right, I got the papers.
Wasn't he suspicious?
I'll talk
Or
to you. I will talk to you about that way out. All right.
yeah, makes sense. Let's move then.
Let's get moving. And yeah, you get out. You start walking towards the city center. It's a walk of like 20 minutes to get there, because the estate you're on isn't the like the main residence of the Duane family, more like a summer residence, and also the place where the noble family gets peacefully buried, because getting buried in the city is kind of expensive, even for a noble family. Um, so, halfway on your walk to the city guard, Arnalor faces you is like, Matthias obviously knows you're here.
Yes. I mean, as I said, I nearly gave him a heart attack, so
Yep.
yes.
And he gave me these papers, but he wants to talk to you.
All right, where and when?
Location will be disclosed later. However, know that he, apart from like you getting chased and being branded criminal, cares more about the truth than about you getting caught immediately.
Well, if he had want me, well, to atone for the sin of murdering his wife, he would have thrown me in jail already. So I'll hear what he has to say, but I'm very uncomfortable with being in the manor at this moment. Are you arranging this meeting?
Well, as head of the guard, it would be my duty to ensure his safety, as you may know. So,
Right.
I will talk to you about the details, but for now, he allowed you to have the papers because he also wants to know how Celine died. He still can't believe you're the murderer, even though there is evidence pointing at you.
All right. Let's get these papers then, and we can speak to Matthias soon.
Right. As you get at the guard's house, you find the head of the guard. The head of the guard just agrees with like the documentation all done and ready. And you go down into a musty old archive. It's not damp, but it's like the old paper smell. Um, and you get handed a little box. And one of the rules about this archive is you only get to read there. These papers may not leave the archive.
I mean, that's not a problem for me, but let's. Arnelor, do you have any idea how to navigate this archive? I mean, these
You
investigation papers should have been.
you don't need to. You get handed the papers in like this box thing.
Oh, you mean like that? Okay, okay. We just get the papers from the
Yes.
clerk or something.
Yeah,
All right.
there's someone working in there who knows how to navigate this place. Also, like there is this study desk.
Well, great. Let's use the desk, and I'm reading the papers.
So as you take a while to dive into these papers and think about all these things with Matthias, we go over to Brenna. Brenna.
Brenna and Arceus, yay!
It's Brenna and Arceus time.
Well, I entered a manor and tried to find Cole, I guess.
You enter the manor and you see two servants. One dusting off a dresser, and the other one still dragging out some dishes and looking a little bit annoyed.
I carefully approach and once again clear my throat and go, excuse me.
What is it?
Do any of you know where Cole is?
Cole. You know who Cole is? Sure, we get a lot of questions about people and... Oh, Cole. Oh, he's the little guy. Yeah, I remember him. Where would he be today? I would guess second floor somewhere. Must be. Check out second floor.
Somewhere.
Should be
okay.
should be a little guy.
Okay, thank you very much. And good luck with your cleaning duties.
Oh, little less. Sorry, it's not a man. I will get messed up.
Well, with a name like that.
Well, it don't matter.
Anyway, thank you very much, and I head off to the second floor.
Like, if you leave, you see like fun, like, at least this wasn't some kind of mad guy.
Madman.
Argus follows you up to the second floor, and as you enter, you haven't been in a mansion before, like Leon, right?
Think. On the bottom floor, yes, but I don't think we've been up to the second floor yet.
The second floor.
No.
As you enter this floor, you first you entered like this kind of staircase, and after that you enter the foyer. The foyer has a lot of doors. So I should describe northeast, north, northwest, southwest, and southeast.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of doors.
Um.
There's also one servant in the foyer. It doesn't look like a little ass.
I look towards the servant in the foyer, and I go once again. Excuse me.
Yes, my lady. What's the problem?
Have you seen Cole around?
Oh, Cole. I think Cole was in the library, my lady.
Oh, very well. Could you point me in the right door? I'm not sure.
He points at the door.
Thank you.
It's
very
right
much.
there, my lady.
Thank you very much. That was all.
All right.
And I
Thank you.
head off towards said door and knock, knock, knock.
You enter the library. It's a lot of books here.
Yeah.
You don't see
Uh,
Cole right away, or well, the person resembling Cole.
I gently call out, Cole? I'm looking for Cole.
Oh, that's me. Wait a second. You heard a rustling of some books. You can roll a perception. Lots of perception today. It's great.
Click.
Me and the homies perceiving all day.
Perceiving the universe. So,
The clues.
obviously, Cole was reading on duty. Not very nice thing to do. Um, but yeah, empty-handed. She doesn't have anything of books while she faces you. She's a little less, even smaller than you, Brenna, which is small even for your standards. Then,
Oh, damn.
hello, my lady. You were looking for me?
Hi. Yes. I had some questions to ask.
Questions? Did I do the dishes wrong again? Did I
No,
fault?
no, 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 no. It was about the incident in the past a little while ago.
No, I didn't eat the cake. It was Niall. He's secretly a sweet tooth, you know.
Not that either. The the lady's rather unfortunate night where she passed away.
The lady. Oh, oh yes, that. Oh yeah, I don't really like to talk about that. What do you
Of
want to
course,
know?
I understand. It, it, it was I was told that you were the one who found the murder weapon, right?
Yeah, but why should I tell you about it? You shouldn't look like an officer.
Well, no, I was more I am sort of seeing if there was anything wrong, if there is anything wrong with the body.
Argius,
Uh,
Argius takes over the conversation a bit. Is like, yeah, this Brenna here is a priest, and we're here partly on duty of the church to find if the rest of Celine is peaceful.
yes,
And
exactly.
yeah, so I'm on behalf of House Duane, I'm guarding our guest and investigating the circumstances about Celine um, for the afterlife.
Yes, exactly. And I was mostly interested in hearing about this weapon you found, and what did it look like, and did you feel anything weird about it, or something, things like that.
Uh, well, my lady, I want to talk about it, but if we're gonna do this, I want to sit down if you don't mind.
Of
It's
course not. Of
also,
course not. Have a seat. We're not. This is not
uh,
a stick 'em up. You know.
yeah, she walks you through the back of the library, and there are some comfy reading chairs there, and
Ooh, nice.
a nicely kept fireplace, which is of course placed far away from the books, so it doesn't, so, so it doesn't,
Uh-huh.
so it doesn't burn the books. You can Argus takes place in one of the comfiest chairs. You
Mm-hmm.
you take one, and like this is the kind of the seats of a psychologist. Like you can
Yeah, yeah,
sit in
yeah.
this nice.
Almost a throne-like appearance.
Yes, while Cole just like sinks into the chair because she's so small.
I hear.
The chair is also comfortably big for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Argius, like it's a perfect fit for Argius.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't like this because I saw it. Well, I didn't see the murder. I didn't know who did it. People
Mm-hmm.
say it's Ivory, but I was always such a nice girl, and I can't believe that she would have murdered lady. So what happened here is I was just doing my work when there suddenly was an explosion, and it was very weird. And I checked it out, but soon after that, I wanted to check up on the Lord and Lady upstairs. I thought they were there, and when I got back up and I went to their room, I just saw the body of the lady.
Hmm.
It was horrific. I didn't dare look, and yeah, the murder weapon was just there. There's a letter opener thrown aside after she was stabbed, and I took the letter opener as a proof to bring downstairs so people would know there's something bad had happened. And that's it.
You took the murder weapon, and it was a letter opener. You touched the letter opener, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done otherwise.
Did you feel anything strange, like some kind of evil or malicious energy coming from it?
I don't remember such a thing, my lady.
Wow,
It
that's
was,
okay. That's okay.
for so far as I know, it's just a letter opener.
All right.
It was a beautiful letter opener, though. However bloody. I want to think about it.
All right. And you only passed a glance at the body, correct?
It was too horrific. I was
Of course, of course.
it was getting nauseous from the sight of it. I think
Yeah,
if I would have looked any closer, I would have vomited, my lady.
yeah, of course. That's certainly the normal way of reacting to a body. um,
So yeah, as far as I found it, there was just a murder weapon.
did you on your way towards the bedroom? Did you see anyone else?
No, but I heard two people fighting. I think the murder must have just have happened when I got upstairs.
Right, and the fighting was coming from the same room.
Yeah, I thought I heard it was while I was walking upstairs. I heard some voices, but they were gone when I got upstairs.
Mm. And did you recognize the voices, or were they too far away?
Well, one was obviously Celine. The other one
Right.
didn't sound like anyone I knew from from the mansion, which is weird because if it was Airi, then I would have recognized the voice.
I would think so as well. Hmm. There was some I heard through the grapevine that there was someone who wasn't familiar in the mansion posing as a servant.
I've heard the rumors, never seen them though. However,
Hmm.
this is maybe the weirdest. It could have been because I didn't look or something, but I heard two people fighting, but no one actually left. Well,
Yeah, no one
one
was
left through, well, you know,
the
but
door.
no second person. It's just voices,
Hmm.
but when I got upstairs, it's gone.
Hmm.
And when I opened the door, it's just one person dead.
D- Perhaps you may remember this, but if not, that's okay too. Was the window open? Is there a window there
Well, there is
leads
a
into the belt?
window, but no, there's nothing. It's just one exit.
Hmm.
And this door to the balcony, but it's usually locked, and it was still locked when we checked it later.
All right. So, but do you remember the balcony door being closed when you found the body?
Well, I don't remember it very vividly, but I know that they said in the investigative guys said later, like, it was never opened that day to begin with.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I don't think, based on the information you gave me, I don't think the body was desecrated or something other otherworldly got involved here. So that's all I really wanted to know. Thank
Okay.
you very much for talking with me and answering my questions. I know it must be hard, but it helps a lot in finding peace
All
for
right.
the lady.
Thanks a lot. And Arceus like nods in agreement. I think we should leave now.
And
Uh,
I mosey on out of there.
I'm sorry we have to ask these questions, says Arceus. I think I know it would have been tough for you. I hope there will be results. So, as you leave the room and head for your next destination, we go back to the dynamic duo, Leon and Xavier.
Here.
Leon,
Yay!
after investigating Arnalor's room and seeing her conspiracy board,
Other than
Yes.
do you finally decide that you've seen enough of Arnalor's room and you leave?
Just one more question.
Oh, you can ask the question.
Is there something very small that if you were to displace it, you wouldn't miss it?
So you're implying you want to steal something?
I mean, you say steel, I say sticky fingers.
I mean, like, from all the rooms, like, all these rooms have this stupid tat, like, you know? If it's a noble's house, there's always something gilded and that kind of stuff. Arnold's room is
I'm
kind
really
of...
looking for like things you would forget that you have.
Yeah, what I'm implying, like, Arnold's room is like the only room that's like decorated like a soldier. If it doesn't need to be there, it isn't there. So,
Okay, then I have a different question.
mm-hmm.
I'm presuming there will be some sort of tapestry thing over something.
Tapestry thing over something.
Like a tablecloth that with tassels on it, or
Mm-hmm.
like on if there's a fireplace on like on that, or anything that you can just slightly move off center, and that it's very annoying.
You know what I'm gonna tell you now. Investigation.
I mean, I will take an investigation, and I will roll really well. 14.
Yeah.
No, wait. No, I rolled a 1. I was pulled up. I rolled a 1.
So
Very well, yes.
while you're thinking about dislocated things, there's this like beam that's part of the roof. And while you are using your brain cells to find anything, you well, you walk accidentally against this beam, and your head is now a little bit bruised.
Ow. Mm.
Uh, your concentration is gone, and you're like, oh man, this room.
Whatever.
I want to get out of here.
Let's go. I will even forget to close the door.
Well, Xalavier, do you forget?
No, I do not.
The door does get closed, even if you are still a bit.
Forgetful.
So you still haven't found the handmaid. However, if you walk a bit through this foyer, on your right you notice a servant. The servant didn't notice you exiting the room, luckily. Otherwise, you would have been in problems already.
I would like to wave and go, "Hey, hello, over here."
This is just a like a woman in the like 25, just human woman, and she's like, "Hello, sir. How can I help you?"
Hey, I'm looking for Lizzie.
Lizzie? Oh, you
She's
mean
supposed to have
Elizabeth?
she's supposed to have an office here somewhere, and I got kind of lost.
Oh, right. Well, I point you to the office. All right. So,
you.
it's just straight to the left at the end of the hall, right there.
Straight to
Easy
the
as that.
left, the end of the hall.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you
Thank you,
kindly.
darling. And also,
Mhm.
I need you tomorrow to come see me. Is that okay?
Do you want some refreshments, sir?
Tomorrow, yes. That works for me.
I'll see if we can get you some, sir. And
Wonderful.
all right. Yes. Thank you. And yeah, are you going to enter this room?
Um,
And also, do you knock?
I really want to be stupid. I really do.
I knock in his stead.
My hand is almost at the door to another place. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm like, ah!
Xalavier wins this fight, and you knock. And you hear a little bit of rumble, and then after a little while, half a minute, the doors open. The door opens. Hello, young man. How?
Hey, are
And
you Lizzie?
do you mean Elizabeth? Because that's me.
Yeah.
And you see this elderly half-elf lady in her 80s. Well, if it were a human, she would be in her 80s. For half-elves, I don't know exactly. But she's quite the old lady. So, young man, what are you looking for today?
So,
Do you want a cup of
um,
tea?
oh, that would be wonderful.
All right. First, courtesy, young man. When I was your age, I would always have offered to drink some tea. So, sit down, take a nice comfy chair. We're gonna have some tea.
Leon looks at Solivier, shrugs.
Xalavier shrugs back.
I guess we both go sit in a chair.
And
Sure.
when you enter the chair, there's a nice table before you with these home baked cookies. You know they're home baked. And they're like these nice homely chocolate chip cookies, and you know she baked them themselves.
While she's away, I would like to put one in one of my pockets and eat another one.
Well, roll me a sleight of hand. This is a sly old lady.
Ooh. 6.
Oh, young man. I already know you're liking my cookies. But, be honest.
Yeah, it's
You
because
could
he was ever so subtle about it.
With his mouth full, really good.
If you want more cookies, you could just ask,
Leon will take 3 more.
Without asking.
Without asking.
She sighs. Did no one teach you manners back at your home or wherever you came from?
Nope.
Very unlikely.
My mom's a drunk. My dad's
I
away all the time.
I am ever so sorry for his manners. I was sent to escort him to come and find you because he insisted on wanting to speak to you.
That's no problem. In return, he will get disciplined in time. Don't worry. My son, my
I would hope so. Yes.
my son also tried to do this back when he thought he was better than me, and now he
Uh,
doesn't think anything anymore.
Leon. Well, Leon looks at Salafier desperation like, no, 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 no.
And this lady has like the most cute smile ever. It's like, so,
What the fuck?
so, young man, what do you want to talk about? I mean,
yeah,
I
sorry.
didn't think you came to visit the old lady.
Sorry, I'm a little bit off my game right now. So, okay. I'm here to do this thing to do with what happened a few months ago.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit forgetful. What happened? What do you want
Uh,
to talk about?
what was her name again?
From what I gathered, he is here with a priest of the Church of Kalimvor to investigate the passing of Lady Celine.
There we go.
Oh, Lady Celine, bless her. Oh man. Oh, that's just a sad event. Is that what you've come to talk about?
Yes. I was wondering if I could count on your help.
It's all that good for nothing servants I have sometimes. There were two servants supposed to work upstairs that day, at that moment. I make these rosters myself, like when they need to be where somewhere.
Quick glance at Salafier.
And they always don't listen. And look what happened now. Huh?
Can we have the names of said people?
Look, Ilya should have been there. Helen should have been there. I don't care what they say about half orcs. Sometimes they just don't think. Always ignoring the evening schedule, thinking she knows better. I work here for ages. I know all this. I know what needs to happen, and now there is someone dead.
Salafier, you got that?
But no, some
Huh?
kind of explosion distracted them or something, and they had to look at someone died or something. Like there were already servants looking at that. They should just keep on guard.
Do
So
you
I'm sorry, but you said Helen was supposed to be there, and who else?
Yeah, Helen, the half orc,
Yes.
and Ilya. I think you've already met her. She was there in the hall. She's
Elia.
now she's doing her job. Yeah, ever since that happened, she's doing her job properly. Now she understands. After that, the scolding, of course.
Right.
But yes, that did happen. Such a
so
lovely lady of the house. I miss her sorely.
my apologies for bringing this up.
Yeah.
Um,
Our
could
condolences.
there's a spiritual how to say connection happening tomorrow, led by myself, and I was wondering if you could help convince the people that work here to come by at some point
What do you
during
mean?
this ritual.
Ritual?
Yes, it's to communicate with the spirit of Celine, was it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm sorry, I'm just a head mate, you know. I do cleaning for a day job.
I'm
I,
sure you have a lot of pull with the people here. Could you at least try and convince some to go on their own accord?
You're asking a lot, young man.
I know. I'll put back a cookie.
But you know, I don't even know you all so well, and you're already talking about the rituals and things. It's a lot for me to take, okay? Uh, I will think about it, okay? Is that good enough?
I'm I guess that is enough. Yes. Okay. Thank you for your time and cookies and tea.
Mm-hmm.
Um I'll yeah. Thank you very much, and we won't be in your way anymore.
So as she shows you out, because she's a very courtly lady, she sneaks some extra cookies in Xalafier's hands.
Well, I now have cookies.
You have 3
Yes,
cookies.
cookies.
Yo.
Because she saw Leon scuffing all cookies, and she was like, he needs some. And you're on your way. And with you all on your way, it's time for us to be on our way to the break. So
What?
it's break time. See you all around
Vicious.
after all this. Good evening and welcome back.
Back. Hello.
As we are not exploring a dungeon today,
Well,
but solving a murder mystery. And we're gonna start off where we left before the break. Back at Irie and Arnalor, partners in crime.
uh,
Uh,
that's never been proven. It's never been proven that the crime was committed,
there's no evidence for this claim, and
and there's no evidence.
he is not my partner.
Yes, we'll
Hmm.
see how this turns out if you add the partners in crime or partners in crime solving. So,
What?
Oh my god.
as you work your way through the papers, a few details are very interesting for you. You, I remember like everything, right? You have a memory that.
I have a keen mind, so to say.
Whoa.
So, one of the things you noticed immediately is the stabbing. You always remember the commonly said that there was one stab and she was down. However, the official report states there were multiple stabbings.
Wait, so it was implied that there was only one stab wound by everyone, but
Somehow the information was spread there was just one stab. However, that isn't the case. The official report says otherwise.
well, so there's multiple stab wounds, I suppose, in
hmm Now you may roll an intelligence check or use out of character knowledge to know what that implies.
I'd have no out of character knowledge. I will do an intelligence check then.
Do
I
an
am a
intelligence
blind
check.
slip.
There are more than one murder weapon.
I know nothing.
Oh, I did an intelligence save. Sorry.
Yes. You deduce from this information that multiple stabbings, as you know from reading books about murder somehow, and having an incredibly good memory of reading those books, since your memory is kind of photographic.
Yes. After my best friend was murdered, I delved into my favorite genre,
I think
Murder
you.
mystery.
murder mystery.
I mean, like the murder books were like something in fashion a few years before the stabbing, and you've also read your share. All right, because it's the talk of the town, like. But multiple stabbings implies a rage murder. Someone was very angry,
Yeah.
or like most of the multiple stabbing murders imply rage. You further conclude that the stakes in this matter uh, would have been more emotional and yeah, it couldn't have been about gold. Well, it could have been, but it was one more personal.
Right. So you're saying that by seeing that there's multiple stab wounds, we can deduce that
Yeah.
the perpetrator was apparently very distraught.
A crime passionnel.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a very yeah. It wasn't a nice sight. It wouldn't have been. Um, However, nobody actually noticed this because very few people saw the body actually. Um, and the official team was there quite soon. However, the official statement to the people, to the servants, stated that there was just one stab. So something is weird about that.
Right. Is there any other details that I, well, read about?
Yes, you can roll an investigation for that.
What a surprise. Let me see. I can
Yeah, a
roll
lot
an
of investigation checks in a murder mystery, I know.
Well,
It's
Oh,
a
oh wait.
14.
Since
does this happen?
Arnolar help you, you can roll another time. You can roll with
Oh,
advantage.
okay. So I'm guessing Arnalor is like peeking over my shoulder, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there's multiple stab wounds. Although,
I would have said that. However, you have you rolled your faith thingies today?
Well, since last
Report.
session, I haven't slept, so no.
Well, then for next
Yes.
time.
Or at least I didn't take the time. But the other one is a 19. So together
19
we
on 19.
spitballing a bit on the.
Yes. Another minor detail you notice. It's like it's not really in the main part of the investigative files, which is like the summary and um, case and like conclusion and the evidence. There's in the further evidence, there's a passage you find about um, someone who has noticed that the stab wounds don't match a letter opener.
Well, this must have been the biggest marketing trick of all time. So I tried to call to Arnalor. Hey, do you see this autopsy report? It says that the stab wounds are way too. I don't know, are they too big? Too.
So what this report says is was like multiple stabbings, but for a letter opener, which is kind of slim, a slim blade, this is more like it's still a like it's a bigger blade, not just as thick like a letter opener, but like a lot longer.
Right, so the letter opener is basically too short and
Yeah,
maybe not wide enough for the stab wounds.
yeah, it's more like some kind of small sword, a dagger, or like something like that.
This seems that the found murder weapon with blood on it is apparently not the murder weapon. Isn't that odd?
Arnolo looks surprised. So it's all just fabricated.
It seems so. And since my letter opener was used, obviously I didn't do it. This person probably wanted to make sure that everyone thought it was me. I mean, there was blood on the letter opener, right? That cannot be a coincidence.
Oh man. So yeah, and there's evidence that also implies that. Well, it almost suggests that someone was bribed, wasn't it? Someone
Well,
wanted to get some to get let some information not get out.
it seems that the facts around the murder were kept silent to anyone who could have known something about it. So maybe if we talk to the surgeon or whoever made the autopsy report, he might know who knows this information.
Yeah, but everything they like this report shouldn't be everything they know. I mean, and if there are like discrepancies in this report with what is stated, then I think this report must be genuine about what happened.
Yeah, so what I mean is someone wrote this down and we can assume that this is the right information, right?
Yeah. All right. So for another detail you may notice, you can roll another investigation with advantage again, because Arnor still helps you.
It's not as good. It's 11.
You notice that the official report made by the detectives isn't signed off by Matthias himself.
It's not.
No. Instead, it's signed off by Relea.
Why did Relea sign this report? At the time of the murder, she shouldn't have the authority to do this.
And you see that the report is made up a few days after the murder and approved by Relea with the seal of House Duarnay. So the official seal of the house is there, but it's not signed with Matthias' autograph.
This is very suspicious. What do you think, Arnalor? She cannot have approved this. This is literally, basically tampering with evidence. Or if this is a Duanai family matter, she cannot sign this.
This is all a bit weird. Well, I remember Berlea being there the days after the murder, and she wasn't there the day itself, as far as we know. I mean, I know that Matthias and Berlea have been close, and since they are now like hanging out a lot, we should talk to Matthias about this. What do you think?
I mean, it's a great question to ask him. And if you think they're just hanging out, or you're sorely mistaken, lady. I mean, if this is all, I have a very good memory, so we don't need to copy these files.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk to Matthias and see what he has to say then.
Mm-hmm. So as you go back, you decide to leave for the day, as the surgeon who signed this isn't even present, and they don't know where he is at the moment. So you decide to leave it for the day as having found enough evidence. And we now go back to Brenna. I think that's the one next in line.
Yes, I
Brenna?
think so.
Brenna,
are you there?
Sorry,
Brenna.
I was muted. Yes, I was the next in line, but I don't really have any clue on what to do right now.
You can also decide to leave it for the day and just like Irie and Arnor go back to the inn.
I think that would be a good idea.
All right. You decide to go back to the inn, and then we go to Leon and Xalavier. Leon and Xalavier, do you have
Oh,
anything
sorry.
you want to do today? It's getting a bit late now.
I was reacting, but my mic was muted.
I
Um,
munch on a cookie.
I mean, absolutely.
I have been
I
given a biscuit.
The cookie
I
is
am done for today.
delicious. It tastes
I'm
like
putting
home.
all my bets on tomorrow.
Yes. So the cookie tastes delicious and tastes of home. Then you remember your home was a church and they didn't have nice food. It
It
still
didn't have
reminds you of
cookies.
home.
Oh, it's so rustic. No, I don't think there's anything else that I would like to do per se. Let me have a think.
It's getting a bit late, so questioning servants will get tougher now.
Yeah, no, I get that. So I think it's best if I go back to base, basically to HQ,
Yeah,
to regroup.
I think so too.
Also, because I didn't spend the last night over at their place, right?
Mhm.
Like I wasn't in the inn last night. I was in the guard barracks.
Yes, you have. You can take the day off to the inn if you want. The guard barracks aren't. Don't have night shift today,
No, they're not mandatory,
so
basically.
you're not. It's not mandatory to sleep in the barracks if you live close by or you want to
No,
sleep
but
at the inn.
at the end of last session, I made a point of spending basically my night playing poker with some other guards and
Yeah,
then staying there to find some information. So
yeah. The thing is, like, the guard barracks exist for people who don't have a home in the city.
fair, fair.
If you live close by, you don't have a night shift, you don't need to be at the barracks per se.
Yeah, fair.
So you can return to the inn if you want.
Okay, well I will then.
All right, with everyone getting at the inn, Arnalor comes back once again with a message from Matthias. And Matthias has disclosed a location. It's just it's a private place at a tavern. You have this tavern, and then you have like this place next this private room in a tavern where nobles can sit and have like these conferences. Some taverns provide that, and Matthias wants to meet in such a place.
Okay.
Everyone is invited. Xalavier is also invited. Everyone from the gang is invited to join this meeting.
Why did you specifically single me out, man?
I am very sorry, Xalavier, Brenna, Leon.
Oh my god, even Xalavier is invited, man.
Ah, loser.
Everyone.
You have to do with the color of my skin.
I am very sorry.
Racism is very real in this stream. It's pretty terrible.
Oh no, not like this.
Oh, no. So yeah, I have this beautiful tavern icon here, if it works.
Oh.
Yo,
Yo,
Oh yeah,
Poggies?
it's loading.
Poggies.
Poggies?
Modern
Oh.
chairs.
Yes. All right. I had to find stock images, and
I'm just nitpicking. Don't worry.
there's not a lot of tavern images. So, and we're also like
Yo.
this indie stream, so you have to deal with it. Here, modern chairs. We made them with magic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Absolutely.
yes, of course.
Nice.
Does
The very
everyone?
known, the very known inn of Schwarzbrenner.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
very German town. All right. So, does everyone want to be with this meeting?
Yes.
Yes,
I think yes.
undoubtedly.
Your answer is yes, and you get a cookie for it.
No, I don't want to be there. No, it will defeat the point a little bit if I'm not there. So it's fine.
Right. You have the time to take at least a long rest before the meeting starts.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Damn.
The meeting is scheduled early in the morning, so you get breakfast included with this invitation,
Hell
which
yeah.
is nice. So,
Oh.
I do take this time to switch out my spells.
I would like to go to Irie
Mhm.
and ask for my holy symbol back.
Oh yes, I think yes. I give back the holy symbol, and I will remove it from my inventory.
And also, share our findings with each other.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I say obviously, but it's something that our party has never really done. So yes, that's good that you mention it.
so yeah, you talk about what Helen told you and what Cole told you.
There was this-
What we found in
Yeah.
There was
somewhere within the house.
Irie talks about the whole thing with the official report.
Say, I don't actually share what Leon and I have been up to apart from us meeting with Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like wisely omitting that we've been through Arnalor's personal effect. I don't think that would go over well.
with the person you went through the personal effects with.
Especially that bit, yes.
So these portent rolls are amazing.
Yes, they
The
are.
stars align. Fear their
Oh, listen, you can put this on enemies, right?
Yes.
Yes, these rolls are amazing.
Yo.
I know they are very grim. Not for me, but
So you all spent time. Does anyone want to talk to anyone about anything? This is now your time to get it.
Yeah, I would like to talk to the head honcho guy.
The head honcho from the inn?
No, the whatchamacallit face.
Matthias.
Matthias, that's
Yeah,
him.
we'll get to that in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Matthias.
like the intermission. You now have time to
Oh,
talk to you about evidence or just talk
So
about personal things.
I go over to Irie and I put my hand on her. Are we sitting down?
Yeah.
Sure.
On her shoulder. And then I'm just like, are you alright? Do you think you can handle this?
Well, it's been a tough day,
I can only imagine.
but if Matthias knows who I am and if, well, I'm not dead yet, so, or thrown into the dungeon, so I suppose I can hear what he has to say.
Silver linings, I suppose. Worry not.
Thanks, Xalavier.
We are here to support you, to help you, and if it gets out of hand, I would not be afraid to shun violence.
And the good news is, at least where there is some evidence that I didn't do it. So,
A copious amount so. I just hope that we are able to convince him.
I never knew him as a difficult man. Just fairly quiet. So, okay, fine. I'm scared as hell.
There we are. It's fine. We're here for you. We'll get through this, yes?
If the worst bit comes, we'll just steal something and kill someone, and we'll be out of this town.
I do not condone with what he is saying, but I appreciate the sentiment, Leon.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the support on this, friends. I was scared. And honestly, you could have just said, well, you're just a murderer, and why should we ever help you? I'm really glad that we're here finally putting this to rest, and then hopefully.
The sin
Honestly,
of murder is a very, very detrimental one to put on a soul in our culture.
if I were to ditch you because you're a murderer, I would have to ditch myself for being a murderer. So that doesn't really click, you know?
And the only thing worse than a murderer is a hypocrite.
I mean, I don't know what that means, but I'll agree with it.
But what I'm trying to say is that disproving that you did not commit this crime, disproving the fact that you were held culpable for whatever atrocity was committed here, it's a lot for a soul to bear. And especially if it's a false accusation.
Yes.
And I turn to Arnalor with Miss Irie's approval. I think we are ready.
I've seen things today which I could never have believed, and I've never thought we would come to these conclusions we've now found. Let's just face it. So, as you get ready, early in the morning, um, you depart to this tavern. It's not actually that far away, like 5 minutes walking. As you enter the tavern, you want to enter the room, the private room. You are kindly requested to leave your weapons. You see already some weapons that are disposed.
Joke's on you, I can conjure those! Nerds!
He doesn't.
Ah!
The guard before the room doesn't know. He just asks to kindly to remove
You're
any
goddamn
weapons.
right.
You give him the weapon, then make it disappear and reappear in your hand and give him it again.
I know you can
Do that
smuggle
for 10
weapons
minutes.
inside, but just do it for the peace offering.
Wait, he says weapon, not shields. I can take my shield in, yeah?
Funny man.
Funny man.
That sounds like a no.
I have a
Just do it.
shovel.
I don't want any trouble with my boss. Okay, just hand it.
There.
You get it back.
Brennan just walking up.
Technically, a shovel isn't a weapon; it's a tool. Yes.
A shovel also has a blade. Please, you don't need it for this meeting.
I need the shovel because we're going to dig to the bottom of this.
No,
Uh,
I just hand over my shovel.
I think you can dig my attitude. Just leave it.
Hi!
I will
I
hand
could
over
definitely
Brenna and
dig
Zola
your
because I
attitude.
can wield them as swords.
well,
So
Anyway,
I think you all give your weapons without any problems. I hope.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
most of you have magic, so it doesn't matter anyway. It's just
just Leon walks over, just like a sword, a shield, 5 daggers. You know, like hidden in his boots.
Yeah, exactly.
quite the walking armory, eh?
I mean, I wish I had that many weapons, but I don't, honestly.
Dude, just buy him, dude. Daggers cost nothing.
Fair enough. I'll put let's just for sorry's sake, let's say I have the daggers and I'll write off some gold afterwards.
Dagger boots.
I had this friend who knew how to hide 15 daggers all over his body. I guess that's the limit.
Damn.
Yo.
15 daggers, Jesus.
Yes. I just
Yeah,
kept finding him.
any more, and you start stabbing yourself. You know, like.
The lad was just insane. He is like, he just tried to get past me with a weapon, and every time I would find them all. And he thought that just having more weapons would lead to actually getting one weapon through. And I don't know if he ever did. So,
We'll
you
never
all
know.
you enter the conference room. Matthias is already there. He is sitting in a very comfy chair. It's a very nice chair. There's a nice breakfast, some drinks, some snacks, prepared. You can all take a seat. There's no one present in the room next to Matthias.
Whoa.
And yeah, if you want to do anything, you can do that. And otherwise, this conversation will just start.
Eat.
I take a few nibbles of breakfast, and that's
So-
about it.
When you all get ready, Matthias faces it and is like, I was shocked when I saw you again, Irie. I thought I would never see you again.
It's good to see you too. Although I would have preferred more happy, well, anything.
You may ask why I haven't let you get. I haven't jailed you already.
Well, yes, that question did, well, pop into my mind. I mean, I am technically, well, legally, basically, since everyone in the city is looking for me,
So
the murderer.
let's get this straight. When I saw you and recognized you, like, I thought I would want to get you jailed, but still I didn't. So I think there was some kind of doubt still in me about all this. And I thought, I just want to end all this chasing, all this mystery, what about what happened, all this court shenanigans. I just want this to be over. I want to be happy again. I haven't slept a wink since Celine passed away. And even though Leia has been very kind to me, I just can't let it go.
Well, I'm going to be very clear with you. I didn't do it.
Even with the evidence pointing at you?
Well, we did some investigating ourselves, and to be honest, this evidence is looking more and more like, well, fraudulent. But how could you ever think that I could murder her? She was my best friend.
I didn't believe it at first, but then the days after, um, when the information got told, it kind of looked obvious to me that you had done it. But, I mean, the stab wound, the letter opener, you just disappearing on the night.
You know why I had to disappear. There were rumors. There've always been rumors.
But I still had some doubts. So, Arnalor, did my papers yield anything? Did my own investigation yield anything? And he refers to like the official documentation, which you asked about. And Arnalor points out the things you found out in those papers.
I would actually like to stop her right before she starts dispersing information.
All right, you can try.
So Leon will smack his hands on the table, stand up. I have a different proposition.
So, what do you
How
want?
about I have this thing that I want to do to question the people in your estate. And I would like all of your servants to be there. How about we tell you this information under a forced truth, and you be the first one in to show good faith that even you will be questioned, but we will be giving you information.
We could try this maybe later if this yields nothing.
I want to do this in front of your entire staff. Not necessarily that they will hear it, but that you come in first.
I mean, I can say that I'm innocent of all this, so I
No, but we're putting on a show for other people to do it as well.
I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to get at, Leon.
I want to question people and
Yeah.
force the truth out of them.
Yes.
Obviously, you don't want that. But if the head of the house goes in first and comes out with nothing, that might incite people to be more accepting of going in.
There are some guard protocols that I can't just participate in some ritual I don't know about.
You don't have to do anything. You can have a guard that you really trust with you. You can have Arnalorn there.
I think, and I gather as much,
Mhm.
that what he's proposing is that the best way that we can prove Irie's innocence is by putting on a spectacle of such a nature to determine if your servants are telling the truth, if any of the other people in your estate are telling the truth. He's
Mhm.
asking you to be the first in because that would incentivize the others to also do it.
Exactly.
I mean, you have the authority to tell them to, don't you?
I have, but I'm also a very important man, and
Correct.
I don't know this man. What are you called?
Doesn't matter.
And you may think that, especially since Irie is still suspected, that I don't trust you immediately.
Yes, but you trust us enough to meet with us alone in a room.
You think I'm alone?
Oh no, you're not alone. I am fully aware.
I'm too important to be alone. That should be. I mean,
What I'm trying to say is that
mhm.
you have some inkling that Irid is not the one that has caused the death of your beloved wife.
But
Otherwise, you would not be here. Otherwise, the chance to even disprove her guilt
mhm,
would not have been given. So
yes.
therefore, we ask you to prove once and for all that what we are asserting is correct,
Mhm.
that you lend us your assistance.
All right. So I can, but I have
I mean,
also been.
I can roll a persuasion if that makes it easier for you.
If
May
you
I
hear me.
have
Oh.
may I have a small interjection?
Mhm.
Um, Zalavier,
Mm.
Leon, um, perhaps it is best that we prove to him first, him personally, that Irie is innocent. And we have that proof right here, right now. So let's focus on that first,
Oh yes,
and then
yes.
the rest.
But I
Yes?
can't waste my magic because if I do it now, it means I won't have more later. And I need to know that he's telling the truth as well. Even though it might be a formality, it is important.
So that's
Well,
why I want first a report of my most trusted commander, who is already helping you, Arnalor, about this official report and if there's anything wrong with it. And if there's anything wrong with this, then maybe it's a good plan to do something. Maybe I can then trust you. It needs a
okay.
while, okay? So Arnalor, what does this report yield? Is there anything weird about it? You can also answer for this, Airi, if you want to.
I mean, we asked Arnalor, but
Yeah, but it's a bit weird of talking to myself, so.
I thought so. Um, so while reading the autopsy report, there are some peculiar things that we both noticed. So Arnalor, please interject if
Mhm.
you disagree. So the first thing is that um, the body was found having multiple stab wounds. So I'm not sure what you heard, sir, but instead of having just one stab wound, there are apparently multiple, which can point to a crime of passion. Next to that, the letter opener that was used and found with blood on it by Cole, I believe, um, was not big enough to make or cause the wounds that were on the body. So apparently, this dagger or sword or was used was bigger than the letter opener, and
Mhm.
this could mean that the letter opener was planted. And the most peculiar thing of all, because these two facts were disturbing, but this third one, you said it was your document, so why was it signed off by Relea?
Matthias sighs. You know, I think I may have an inkling what's wrong, and I think you've helped me along on the way to get there. When I found out that Celine was murdered, I was just a broken man. The woman I've known for almost all my life was suddenly dead. Gone. So, when my childhood friend, Relea, came around the next day, because she knew what happened, she consoled me, helped me out, and also did some of the official work while I was grieving. So that may be why the document was signed by Relea. However, what she didn't tell me were these details. And if you and Arnalor are both telling that this report differs from what she told me, it means that she must be questioned.
The report is back in the archive if you'd like to read it.
I mean, I trust you. I trust Arnalor with my life. I mean, she's protected me and she's a hero. If Arnalor says it's true, which she does, then there's only one way, and that's confronting Verlea with this, because she has hidden information from under my nose, and she can only have done it with ill intent then. So I want to know what.
And our companion Leon's tactics, efforts, would be the deciding factor in giving you all the information you need.
So, what I propose, knowing this information, is the following. I will summon Verlea right now, right here. And you will question her under this ritual. If anyone dies, then this ends for you all. But I can understand that if you have came this far with Irie, that you won't do such a thing.
We had no such intent.
No. But I just disclaimed
The conditions,
the
yeah.
conditions for this whole thing. So I want you to question Relay on this because I want to know the full truth and why she lied to me.
Very well.
If you, through this, get to the true murderer, you will be handsomely rewarded. And when you get handsomely rewarded by the Duane family, then you will get handsomely rewarded. If the true murderer turns out to be Irie, then, which is turning out to be more unlikely with the second, then of course I will proceed with the allegations that I've done before. Those are the conditions. Are those fair?
No. Oh, pardon me.
Oh.
Me just posting something because I tried to look at it.
Okay, Leon doesn't think the conditions are fair.
I don't want to do it here because let's say she is a person that has been lying and all that. I want to have that information to the staff as quickly as possible so that they can help with other things and that they can be of use instead of us trying to do this off perimeters and then having to tell them individually being, oh, hey, by the way, whatever you've just thought for the past few months, we are trying to rectify that right now without any form of evidence right in front of them, making that a very difficult process.
What are you implying?
I am going to do this at your estate.
For once, I agree with Leon. If we do it here, this entire affair will stay a secret. If we do it at the estate, we can immediately eliminate all other suspicions. And we can question the staff easily if needed.
Perchance it might mend relationship between the people
Maybe.
that Irie used to spend the days with.
Exactly.
So, tell me, how do you want this to go down?
I'm going to have a room. I'm going to do my thing. And you're going to accept that I'm going to do my thing. And then we'll get the truth out of everyone. And that will be the end of that.
You know, I have a lot of servants, right? Can take a while.
I mean, we already have a few names that we can question. We don't need all of them. We just want everyone to be in the vicinity.
And if it makes you feel better, I will also participate in the questioning.
Who do you want to be present?
Well, let's start with Raylia, I suppose.
I would say servants first to get some good faith in first.
Which surface do you want?
So Olivier, which one did we get?
The ones that were supposed to be there during the time of the murder were Helen and Ilya.
Those are our first two people that we want.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can see where we're going.
I mean,
Right.
I understand personally what Leon is implying, because if we start doing it as a gradual investigation and not, just take her into a room, if any of the servants that are, are supposed to have anything to do with this ploy
Mm-hmm.
were to hear that Lady Elia has been taken away for questioning, they might just skip the estate. Whereas I personally
happen.
think that Elia thinks she's out of shot and will not attempt to flee as such.
All right.
If
So,
she had any co-conspirators, it might be nice to know which ones were the ones that helped her. Do you not agree?
so Helen and Ilya, any more?
Let's get the gardener in there as well.
The gardener? He wasn't even.
Yes. Mhm.
If I remember
he
correctly, he wasn't even present during the murder, but you can ask him.
I mean, I would like to recommend Elizabeth myself, but to be fair, she frightens me.
Me too. I am terrified of her.
Matthias was.
She is intense.
She is a vicious old lady. That.
L-
Yeah.
She makes
I
great
gathered
cookies
as
though.
much. She makes great biscuits, yes. I do know why you keep her employed. Just
I mean, she makes great food, and just she is old and tries to keep all these servants in check, and I
and
think this
she
is
does
her.
so with iron efficiency.
Yeah, and we need such a woman in lead of some guards, some servants that like slacking off. She keeps them in check, gets things done. All right, so I will gather these 4 servants.
And Raylia. Raylia?
And Relea. So those are all. I mean,
For
Um,
now.
for now,
if I may propose myself, I want Nile there to be there too.
fair enough.
Oh, Nile, yes. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
Nile is. I always knew he was very protective of Relea, and he might know things. If she is the real suspect, which I am suspecting right now, then I want him to be there too.
Well, may I pose a question?
Mm-hmm.
If you suspect her as of our story,
Mm-hmm.
why go through with this whole charade? Isn't it on your authority that this whole matter could be settled?
I was.
If you suspect her over Irie, then we're pretty much done here, aren't we?
Look, I could suspect her, but I want the truth out of her. You know, I want to. I don't want to chase another person the whole world over who is innocent.
To mention how things work at the court. If we make a spectacle of this questioning,
Mm-hmm.
everyone will know about it within the hour.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is not good for Relay, obviously, but it's good for me.
I would like also to keep this. It would be the best for me to keep this discreet for like the image of our family, which is already a bit ruined with all the murdering.
Oh dear, you know that won't happen. The servants will be out
Yeah.
drinking this evening, and everyone again will know.
I was about to say, servants talk a lot.
Everyone talks in court. That's one thing you learn. So, I want to finalize this. This is taking a lot of time. How are we going to do this?
Your bedroom in an hour.
Everyone okay with that?
I'm
Yeah.
in agreement. Yes.
Yes.
Then we have an agreement. The letter conditions I stated still stand. If anyone gets harmed during this, then, it's done.
Harm. You said killed.
Harm, killed. I don't want to
That's a
see
big
my.
difference. Because I was planning on punching someone if they didn't want to cooperate.
I promise on my honor as a knight that shall not happen.
Chinese burn.
Please don't torture my people, okay?
Wet willy.
No, Leon.
Leon, that's enough.
Fine.
Let's
And I know
Yes.
that
pick another one.
I also know that our companion Argus has been fairly silent the whole time, but I'm sure that his silence means his agreement.
Oh yes, Agis is very agreeable today. I don't know where that comes from. Alright, you take an hour to prepare. Leon, you arrive first because you have to prepare this whole ritual thing.
Oh, it it takes an action to cast, so it doesn't really. Right, I'm putting on a show that I'm preparing something in that room, but really, I'm just going. It's done.
Yeah, but you make it more like menacing because this is going to be a
Or
real
light some
interrogation.
candles,
And you're
draw a pentagram on the floor.
You know, you have one of those table lanterns that you can shine in their face really bright, like
Exactly.
Yes, so Xalave, you will be the bad cop, and
I'm sorry,
what?
Leon is the bad cop here.
Yeah, I was
Leon is the
gonna
bad
Leon is
say.
the
cop.
bad
On
cop.
all accounts.
There's just two bad cops, no good cop.
Yep,
Um,
that works.
Yeah, I'm not leaving Leon's side. Like, I don't trust him to keep the promise of not hurting anyone. So
but yeah, I'm
No,
speeding up the
so
pace because we have to interrogate a lot of people, and
the people inside of the bubble, I want Brenna, Irie, and Zalavier inside the bubble,
mhm.
and then I would like Argius to guard the door and shepherd people in when they need to be.
Argus will take a guard. If anyone tries to escape, he will know. Arnalor orders the guard that no one leaves the house. No one can
Mhm.
escape the building at this point.
Arna Lorden can be there if she wants.
But Arnalor isn't. She is taking command of
Okay.
the guards and guarding the front door herself.
Okay.
The escape route is also being guarded.
all right.
Okay.
So, the ritual is ready to begin. The people you ordered are ready. So, if I may recall, that's then Niall, Berlea, Camilla, Idia,
And Helen.
Elizabeth, and Helen. So, the 6 people you are able to question. You are now. The ritual starts now, and you are able to question for 10 minutes, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times you can cast this.
Twice. I have 20 minutes in total.
Okay,
So
20 minutes in total. So here's a do I mention.
theoretically, they get a saving throw. As they enter, I do tell them to let it happen and not fight it. But if they do, I can tell if they have resisted.
Hmm.
I want to wink at Leon.
No one resists this thing
So
because
first person in is
the first person that comes in is Helen. Helen,
Helen. Okay.
the half orc maid.
So
Hello.
It's the cook, isn't it?
Is that what
Yes.
previous DM said? Then it's the cook. In my document it's maid, but I guess cook. I don't care. Hello.
Mhm.
Leon stands in the middle of the room, being slightly culty, and he tells her, "Please stand in the middle right in front of me.
All right.
Tell me what your name is.
Helen,
What do you do here?
cook.
Do you do it well?
Yes,
What were you doing when the lady of this house was killed?
cooking.
Cooking. Weren't you stationed somewhere else?
Well, you know, if they want evening snacks, I have to cook. I mean, Elizabeth's always chasing me around.
That's not my question. Weren't you stationed somewhere else?
I was stationed somewhere else.
Where were you supposed to be?
Second floor. I mean, the top floor.
Why weren't you there?
Because I was cooking.
Did someone tell you to do that?
No.
So you just abandoned your station?
Yeah.
Do you know how many times the body was stabbed?
The body of whom?
The lady that got killed, how many times was she stabbed?
I haven't seen the body. I was told one time.
Do you know what the murder weapon was?
A letter opener.
Okay. You're good to go, thank you.
Helen leaves the room.
I turn to Irie really quickly. You get all this?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Matthias looks approvingly. He thinks it's going well.
Matthias, what's your name?
Matthias. Lord of the house, Duone. I am the real Matthias.
Before it was told, how many times did the body get stabbed?
Before I was told, I thought one time.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, we're just having fun.
The
Okay,
next
next
one.
one in, please.
The next one is Ilya, the other servant that wasn't on station.
Hello, please stand over here.
Yes. Hello. What? How can I help you?
Can you tell me your name?
My name is Ilya.
What do you do here?
I clean up a lot and I make sure the beds are folded and that everything is ready for the top floor people to sleep.
Do you also clean this bed?
Yes, I do.
There was a thing. The thing
Mhm.
that we're trying to clear up. The lady of this house that got murdered. You know this,
Mhm.
right?
I know. Yes.
Do you know how many times she got stabbed?
She got stabbed one time, right?
One time, really?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen the body myself, but that's what everyone said.
Do you know what the murder weapon is?
It's a letter opener, right?
Okay. So, what were you doing the night of?
I was guarding the vault
Why the vault?
because I was ordered to
By who?
by Matthias.
Matthias, did you order her to guard the vault?
Yes, I have a secret roster I keep for for different servants to guard the vault. Even
So is it
Elizabeth
your
doesn't know.
fault that no one was here on the top floor?
Yes, I hadn't noticed that it coincided um, with the roster of like what's she called Elizabeth, and I made a stupid mistake. So there should have been only one person upstairs. Through that,
Say, darling, do you know perhaps that someone was here instead of you?
not that I know. There's no one to replace me. However, um, sir, if you don't mind, I have something to tell you.
Go ahead.
Um, the vault itself, when I came there, because my shift had just begun, it was opened.
Matthias, what's in your vault?
Uh, but oh, there's the family valuables. There's everything there.
Why would it be
Um,
open?
well, there's been a theft that night. Nothing,
Okay.
nothing much of value got stolen. Only this thing. It was told to me it was a relic associated with Kalimvor.
Brenna, could you
I perk up. I don't say
Pardon?
anything, but I perk up.
Matthias, I want to know what this relic is after this. Okay, darling, I think you're good to go. Thank you very much.
And Elia leaves. Next one to enter is Elizabeth.
Goddamn.
Hello, young
Elizabeth?
man. Oh, I see you've made a nice room out here. Are you?
I just want to tell you again, the cookies were really good, and I'm sorry, but I need to question you a little bit, okay?
Oh, young man. If you clean up after this, of course. It's my back. It's acting up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, could you tell us your name?
My name is Elizabeth.
Ooh.
However,
What do
I've
you do
heard
here?
about people calling me Lizzie.
Oh, yes, that was me. Sorry.
It makes me feel young again. And she
Oh.
blushes a bit.
What do you do here?
I am the head mate, which means I coordinate all the stuff. I make sure everything gets cooked, cleaned up, everything. But I also like to drink a lot of tea.
You also told me that you take care of the roster. Is that right?
I do.
Were you aware that Matthias had his own secret roster?
No, I did. But Dias.
So
Now I have
one
to.
of your fellow maids was cooking in the kitchen for people to snack on, and the others got put down in the vault. Do you know anyone that was stationed outside near the stairs?
I think that was Niall.
Niall? He's
Mm-hmm.
outside, yes?
Yeah, he's still waiting. He will enter soon.
You have been a great help. Thank you very much.
Oh, and do visit again. I get lonely in that room sometimes. No one likes to visit me somehow.
You hear that, Matthias? Visit her more often.
Oh, but Dias, you boy, you get a scolding also. Keeping secret rosters. How am I going to manage this if you're gonna mess it up again?
My gift to you, Matthias.
Matthias visibly sighs.
Fuck.
Next one to enter is Niall.
Could you state your name, please?
My name is Niall.
What do you do around here?
Around here, sir, I just serve.
We just heard that the night of the murder, you were stationed near the stairs.
Yes,
Were you there?
I was there, sir.
Who went up?
Niall, you see Niall thinking a bit. Well, Relea did. Because he's.
Relea did. And I am also presuming the lady of the house did, because she was up there and no one else was, correct?
But she was already upstairs.
Yeah,
Sir.
so she was there. Relea went up. How was she dressed?
Disguised, of course, sir.
Oh, okay, great, wonderful. I have a little bit of a curveball question for you. How many times did the body get stabbed?
Oh, if I remember well, sir, many times. And you
What
see
was
him
the murder weapon?
visibly trying to resist his questioning.
What was the murder weapon?
A murder weapon. Ah, it was a small thing to stab with.
Was it a dagger?
It wasn't a dagger, sir.
Do you know what it is?
I of course know what it is, sir.
What is it? Tell me.
It's a small thing to stab with. I already said that, sir.
Yeah, I want to know the name of the small thing. What is the name of the small thing?
The name of the small thing is an Aralai kitchen knife, sir.
There we go. Kitchen knife. So you went to the kitchen.
No, sir. It was an Aralai knife. We only have Duanai knives here, sir.
Matthias, I think I presume to say that this man is currently under arrest, yes?
Well, sir, it's been a good time serving you, sir.
How about we get your girlfriend in here now?
Relea enters the room.
Does she resist?
Oh, she doesn't.
Okay. Hello.
Hello,
Could you tell us your name?
my name is Relea Aralai.
What do you do here?
I do here is serving my lord, Matthias, and also accompanying him.
How hard was it to kill the lady of this house?
Look, I didn't want to do it, okay?
But you
Di-
did.
Look, I'll explain the situation. It won't justify what I've done, but you should have known who Celine really was. Back when we were young, we both loved Matthias. We fought over it. I liked Matthias, she liked Matthias. And at a certain point, like every noble family, there was an arranged marriage, right? And I was fine with it. I mean, I loved Matthias, but I could live with this. But after that, Celine just couldn't let up. She kept bullying me over and over again, underhanded messages, ways to finding ways to mess up my life over and over again. She was horrible to me. And not only that, she was horrible to a lot of people, only not in this family. Using underhanded tactics to, I mean, get the most out of the poor, is what she called it. Poor people were unwashed, according to her, and only tools to get more money. And after she just kept pestering me over and over again about having Matthias again and again, I was done. I disguised myself, went to the room to confront Celine about this one final time, saying like, I don't want to do it with you anymore, just let it go. And instead she just had this evil, evil smile. And then I just did it.
And then you happened to pin it on Irie.
In the heat of the moment is the only way to get away with it without getting caught myself. I knew Irie's room was nearby. Took the evidence, then stabbed her, got away, cast a major image to pretend the fight was still going on while I was already getting away. And I think that's what Irie heard. It was just an imagination, just an illusion. And then I ran. I just ran. Next day I returned to cover up the story, bribe the guards. I did everything. And you may ask, why am I telling you this?
Well, because you have to.
And part of it is because I have to, but I could have run away, tried to run away. Again. I just can't sleep anymore about all this. The guilt is just stacking up against me. Whatever
Good.
Celine has done, I can't justify murdering her. Her face is just torturing me every night. Maybe maybe getting justice is the way for me to cope with all these memories.
This
Can
is
I
not
can I gi-
justice.
can I give you like a few little sparks of joy in your life now that it's over? If you didn't kill her right then and there, eventually I think I would have been hired to kill her for you. So she was going to die either way. And also, Irie's right over there. How about you say sorry?
I don't need her apology.
Well,
I mean, that's
the
a different
least
story.
the least I can do to is apologizing, however idle it may be.
I go to guard the door on the inside of the room. Like I go to stand in front of it.
Matthias signals city guard to arrest her.
Honestly, Matthias, I think she's done you a favor.
Did she now? She
I mean,
speaks.
not for you, Irie, but
She
for
speaks
him.
ill of Celine because she's jealous. She's a ruthless witch.
I mean, she told the truth about her being a horrible person and feeding off the poor.
You don't know what it's like in court. Yes, everyone already all knew about Celine the Ruthless. But when push came to shove, she was sweet. She was a lady who wanted justice. She was a lady who didn't like having these types of responsibilities.
Matthias
We
sighs.
lie. We lie all the time. I lied all the time. I'm still lying.
Court life isn't easy, says Matthias. And Celine obviously was a product of nobles. And however flawed she may have been, she was a kind person.
Well, that's
No one
not for me to
deserved this.
say. I didn't know her.
I need some time. Come back tomorrow and I will give you your reward. And I will do everything to clear your name, Irie.
Actually, it's okay. Maybe it led to something better, anyways. I was weak, afraid, scared. But now I am strong. I can move mountains with my magic.
Really?
Do it.
Move whole mountains? Whoa. sorry.
So, I'm sorry that all happened to you, Irie.
I,
It just turns out I don't know anything about courtly politics. The least I can do is properly reward you for your service. So, I've got something special prepared for you all if you come back tomorrow. Is that
I mean,
okay?
I'll be back.
So,
You got some good cooks here.
you're free to spend the night here in the estate. This is the least I can do. You will be looked after with our utmost care as guests of honor.
I kind of want to run to my room.
Your room is still ready. I kept it nice. I hope you still like it. You can retrieve any possessions you had from your room. Because I want to wrap this campaign up a bit, so I'm speeding it up a bit. You enjoy a night of feasting, of just leisure, as only nobility can have of such a stature. And after spending a night of good food and nice company, next day you return to Matthias. Matthias looks still tired, but at least a little bit better. So, I have your reward, and I want to ask you a favor. The favor will, of course, be rewarded. But first, let's get to rewards. And he escorts you to the vault. And when you get to the vault, he has 2 servants with him who will award you the stuff he won. First of all, for sharing such crucial information to this murder, I will award you 20,000 gold total.
Well,
This,
Damn.
yes, that's a lot of gold, but you have completely earned it. Second of all, I have some special trinkets from my vault I would like to award you. This is the Amulet of Death.
hello.
The Amulet of Death enables you to ask 2 additional questions to a dead person.
Well, then
Ah.
it would have been damn handy if.
Can I roll a history or a religion check to see if this is something like it? This sounds like something that would be associated with Kalimvor, and they were talking about Kalimvor relics before.
The Kalimvor relic will come up soon. Don't worry
Oh,
about it.
okay, yeah, okay, but
This is a carnivore related item though. It's not what he was talking about.
okay, then may I roll a religion check?
You may of course roll a religion check.
14.
Yeah, this
It's
is just
14.
yeah, it's a special ritual amulet that was worn by the higher ups in the Kalimvor parts of the scales by the high priests of the scales of Kalimvor. So the priestly part, not the war part. And it was said to heighten the awareness of the dead and helping to keep the connection for longer.
As a denizen of the hand of Kalimvor, I humbly accept your offering.
But
There's always good when a relic is returned to its church.
yes, this was handed to us by the church long ago, since we used to have a priest in the family who deceased, and I'm happy to see it in the hands of a Kalimvor priest again.
We thank him for his service.
As do we the Night Hands.
Oh!
The Ring of Diplomacy. This ring you can equip +2 on diplomacy rolls. Just that easy.
Diplomacy is not a stat in 5e.
Yeah, what was it called again?
Persuasion.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
Yeah, just do persuasion, that thing. You know.
I mean, I feel like that's either a Zalavier or a Leon kind of thing.
Yeah, it's for you.
I feel Leon, honestly.
Well, I mean, Leon likes persuasion, just not the regular type of persuasion. It's more the like, I'm gonna cut you to ribbons if you don't answer my question type of persuasion.
But that's
Very
still
effective.
persuasion.
It's persuasive in its own right, but you know.
All right. The next one, the trumpet of morale. It's a
Brenna.
trumpet,
Brenna.
and you can play some music as an action with this thing. Some nice dudes, and every ally around you in a 15 feet radius gets a +2 against physical damage.
Whoa!
Against saves against physical damage. So this
Save.
is
Like armor class shit or just 2 damage resistance?
2 save against physical damage only. So
Yeah,
anything.
but you don't roll saves against physical damage. It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it when we're
Yeah,
offline.
I'm
that'll be
finding out,
later.
but I want to do a +2 against some saves. Let's just find it out.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, gloves of handicraft. You can equip them, and then you gain proficiency with smith tools.
I already got gloves, so I'm sorry, it's not me.
You can just equip them out of combat and still use them. You know.
I mean, fair, we can put it in the bag of holding.
Hell yeah. Chuck them in
the bag
there.
of holding.
I will put them down as gloves of crafting.
Handicraft.
Just Leon walks over, opens up his bag of holding, just hold his out, toss him in there.
Toss
Good.
them in there.
You get some tentacles coming out going.
Back in there, you.
And then the
I mean, my stuff is still in there, so I'm a bit worried.
Absolutely, they're still in there.
And then the final item, the Dodgers of Dicey Deaths. It's an underwear that allows you 1 extra death save roll, and you are also very fashionable.
Yes,
Irie.
bring it. Let's give Irie that one.
Yes, give the lady the magical underwear.
Yep,
Granny
Of
panties.
course.
The granny panties.
just bloomers.
Some bloomers.
The granny panties.
At all.
I will post all these rewards also in the chat. So
Thank
we'll
you.
see.
Thank you.
So one final thing. I want you to locate that stolen relic. And we have some intel on the movements of this this group that stole it. And Arnalor will instruct you on what to do.
Are they like close by or are they far away?
Well, we still have to make the final investigations and scouting, but you will hear soon enough. I will tell you it won't be too much of a travel, I guess. I mean, you don't have to travel for days and days on,
Okay.
if our suspicions are correct. And this is where I ended the stream for today. You will find out the next session where we're headed.
Well,
Whoop, 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 whoop.
thank
Woot
you for
woot.
joining us, everybody.
Yes,
It's
yes.
good ending the session a free woman again.
Yay!
We did it.
Yes. So, I hope you
Yes,
all
we
had
did
fun.
it.
That Whoa, suddenly the attacks aren't hitting me as easily.
Yo.
What's happening?
Alright, so I'm ending the stream. I hope to see you all in 2 weeks.
Bye
Yes.
bye.
Thank
Bye,
you for tuning in, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.